What's up everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we are introducing you to a new project that we are doing, a model that has never been on this channel before, which is a Sea-Doo HX. So Sea-Doo HX, if you're not familiar with it, is pretty much a stand-up with a seat on it. It's incredibly unstable. It's hard to get started in deep water. It's hard to even get back on for that matter. But we picked one up because we've never really had a lot of seat time on it, and I'm going to do a Sport Spec build to race IJSBA. Well, not myself, but a neighbor. And thought it'd just be a fun project to share with you guys and move through the paces and just get a little bit familiar with. So without further ado, here is what we're working with. Just real quick, as always, we got a stack of skis in here. This is a 96. It's going to get blown apart, stripped, painted for this season. It needs to be done by July 29th, and today's like June 13th, so good luck with that. That is a minty XP800 that I did a long time ago that I was able to buy back from a customer. Right there is the HX. In the corner, another race build that's got to be done by July 29th. This is a sunk ski that has been revived. It was a build I did a long time ago, back in like 17 or 18, and unfortunately it was sunk. This is going to be my backup boat. It's just a 96. There's a nice carbon fiber hood. 96 with like a UMI and a Baker hydraulic trim and everything. And then this is a customer restoration. Don't mind all my kid stuff. And then this is going to be, we're going to use this top only. So basically the ski that is over here, top is trash from racing. We tried to bead blast it. It didn't work out. So we're going to cut this hull all the way around, put a bottle jack in the front, jack it up, pop it, hopefully. Same thing in the back, pop it, remove the top, and put it on that one. So if you guys think you want to see splitting a hull, leave some comments below and I'll try to do a video on splitting a hull. I've done it in the past with just a bottle jack, but I don't know, man. This one doesn't even seem to pop. So, like I said, I'm gonna flip it over. I got a new cutting tool. I'm gonna cut it along the whole seam, bottle jack it, and then hopefully it lifts up. After that, I'll be wet sanding the whole top, priming it, painting it, and then that bottom will get the treatment to where that one gets primed, painted, and everything else. All right, let's move on to the HX. Okay, so not bad. It has the usual like spider cracking. You can see, yeah, you can see a little usual spider cracking kind of in like where the shock area is. I think this side has it too. Oh no, this one's been unscathed so far. Okay, and then it has some spider cracking in the front, just like, yeah, you can see it here and here. I think it's on the other side too. Yeah, it's on the other side too. This hood is so freaking heavy. I don't know if, like, obviously the people that have never seen it, but like, when you tilt the hood side to side, you can't see it in the camera, but this whole thing bows. Like, this thing is so heavy. I can only imagine, like, you know, if you had this hood propped up for a certain amount of time, it's just got to create so much stress downward on that hull, which is why it's like that. All right, moving on to the engine. Currently, right now, has a R&D head. R&D head, stock airbox, which kind of doesn't make sense. So I would imagine that the carbs are jetted stock, which also doesn't make sense because it's not getting properly fueled. Fuel lines look like they have been replaced, but they are kind of old looking. So I'll brighten it up for you. Okay, so they're kind of just, I wouldn't say hard, but they're getting replaced obviously. So what we're legally allowed to do is, I pulled this head, put a stock one on it, and currently right now the squish is, I think, like 0.0685 or like 0.070. I think legally we can have 0.051 and we can't have compression over 175 pounds. So we're going to send the head cover and the OEM head out to bead blasting. And then we're gonna have my buddy Brad Nickerson with Nickerson Performance. He's gonna mill the head for me, polish the domes, yada yada. This purple's obviously gotta go. I don't like it. Nick likes it, who's too lazy to come over. Nick likes it, I don't like it. So I noticed that there's like brackets in the back of it. Maybe I could hydroturf those black, but then I won't have anything to do with this. You can't paint it because it's like that gummy, nasty stuff. So we gotta figure out what to do with that. If anybody knows where to get black ones, yes, I know they're expensive. I don't care. Let me know. I'm gonna get black plastic rails in the back, and then I'm gonna remove all these bumpers. I'm gonna do hydroturf bumpers just because I like the way it looks. This will end up getting painted black. Turf is going. Obviously, the turf's not very good anyways. Probably do a jet trim seat cover. Seat cover's pretty nice on it. Probably do a jet trim seat cover in the future. I'm sure I won't have time to do it for this season, but in the future, I'd like to do the hood gloss black, the wind deflector satin black, and then I'd like to do UMI, which I'm having a hard time finding. I know there's a guy that makes them currently, but he's out of stock and doesn't have them. Everybody else, every time I see one for sale, it goes right away. So, squish is done, head's done. We're gonna have something, like I said, something out to Nickerson Performance. I'll probably pull the exhaust and just kind of like spice it up a little bit. I'm not gonna do full motor because we don't have time. We have maybe 6 weeks. I'm going to do Pro K flame arresters, jet the carbs accordingly. Then we're going to pull the jet pump. I have a custom pitch prop for that. What else? I think I have a Jet Dynamics intake grate, which I'm gonna put on, and just a couple other little odds and ends. So I think I'll pull the jet pump first because I have the wear ring and everything here, so I can knock that out. So we'll pull the jet pump, and then we'll see where the rest of the night takes us. Little sooty. It's like a crap ton of soot. This thing must have been running pretty damn rich. There's a crap ton of soot inside. Looks like we have a Aftermarket Power though. So let's find that out. Okay, so apparently you have to take the baler off first in order to get the jet pump out. We're learning together. Also, it has a scat swirl prop in it. However, it is super chipped up. So we'll send that out to Dave with trailing edge and get it straight. But we have a nice Solus that's custom pitch that we're gonna put in here. So I'll collect all these washers and start taking it apart. Okay, so just to show you, here's our new impeller. I started using my whiz wheel on it just to create some surface tension on it. It was pitched to a spec that somebody helped me out with that races Sport Spec, so it should be pretty decent. Here's the model number before it was pitched. Kind of disappointing. I did not know they were made in, you can't see it, but it says made in Taiwan, so that blows. So after thinking about it, I've decided that I'm not going to crack open that pump that we don't know the history of because it's cold and rainy here today in Chicago, and I don't feel like smelling jet pump oil in my house for like 3 days. So I'm going to tackle the turf and then possibly tackle the bumpers. Not sure where I'll be at because it's already like 8:30. So all right, turf and bumpers possibly. That was super easy. Okay, the turf was quite possibly the easiest turf I've ever had in my life to rip off. It was originally contact adhesive down, so I'm gonna soak a rag in acetone, lay it on there, let it kind of loosen up that glue, and then I'll go back with the plastic razor blade And I'll scrape all the glue off so it's nice and clean for our new stuff. Since this took no time at all, I am going to move on to the bumpers now. So I'm going to de-rivet everything, take all the bumpers off, and then create a kit. Since we don't already have a kit now, create a kit for the HX. Damn, running low on the secret sauce. Gotta get some more of that shit. All right, I'm just gonna soak this rag. And I'm going to, while I'm taking the bumpers off, I'm just gonna let the rag sit on the glue. And like I said earlier, I'll come back with a plastic razor blade and I'll scrape it and I'll move it to a new spot and then keep going, and before you know it, all glue will be off. No way, these are screwed. No, they're not screwed down. Put that knife away before I call Tim. Tim's watching, he'll know. Alright, looks like we got some, oh man, these bumpers are pretty loose. Alright, we got some screws, looks like, from something that's opened it before. So we'll drill all these off, or I'll drill all these off, and then start fabbing up a bumper kit for Turk. Alright, we got some backyard brine stuff going on here. We got flatheads. Can you see it? Maybe? Yeah. Got flatheads with nuts behind it across the whole bumper. They're the nylon lock nuts, so joy. Last piece to remove. Okay, so I got all the bumpers off. Came off pretty easy. One thing I noticed when I purchased the ski, I don't know if you can, yeah, you can tell. This is like silicone. And the previous owner and I both thought maybe somebody repaired it, just not the correct way. Well, luckily, the last screw holding in the bumper, this side, was blown out, and they were using the silicone to adhere the bumper to the fiberglass. So that means this will clean up really nice. That's good. So I think next I'm going to pull the head off, take a look on the cylinders, which I've already kind of glanced at it, but I haven't really taken the time to look at it. And then probably pull carbs, so I can do a carb clean and rebuild. And that might be it for tonight. I'm not sure. Let's check back here. Maybe see if this is working. Oh yeah, coming right off. All right, so we'll leave that till we're ready. Work our way around the boat. So I'll pull the cylinder head and then show you guys where we good news or bad news. I guess we'll find out. All right, this little area is ready to go. Remember, plastic razor blade, I don't care how good you are. You cannot do it with a regular razor blade, you will mess it up. Freaking mess. All right, so obviously the glue came off, so now I'm gonna move it to a different location. And let it start working its way into that. It'll take forever this way, yes, I know, but I'm working on other things, so it's not a big deal. So, acetone, plastic razor blade. Use your time wisely. Okay, here is the domes. Yes, it has new spark plugs in it because I replaced the spark plugs. I was going to try to get it to turn over, but I actually just checked to make sure there was spark and compression and then called it good because it had all the gas in it, so I knew I was going to be doing all this anyways. So the burn, I mean, the head doesn't look like it's been on that long, so, or it was cleaned. Pistons look good. It has been bored. The bores look really nice. Whoever bored them knew what they were doing. It is first over, so we're in legal limit for racing. When it was running, you can tell that the burn pads are pretty good in here. It has fingernail transfer parts, which is great. The head just, for whatever reason, looks really clean. So that looks good. I'll probably clean that up a little bit just so I have accurate dome rings when everything's done. The ring gap looks good. Notice that. Probably WSM pistons by the looks of it. Not really sure. Yeah, probably WSM. Anyways, I'm gonna pull the carbs. This is gonna go away. Obviously, we're gonna do flame arrestor. So I'll pull the carbs and maybe start doing fuel lines, but probably just pull carbs and I'll head in and order a bunch of parts for this thing. Okay, carbs are pulled. They look pretty decent. I'm not really thrilled. It kind of looks like somebody took a whiz wheel to the bottoms. There's a crap ton of oil in this thing. I'm not really sure what's going on because it's not oil injected anymore, so I don't know if it's coming from the RV or what, but it turned over fine with no hydrolock. So I'll rebuild these, jet them accordingly for our prop and everything else we're gonna run. I'm gonna pull the chokes and I'm gonna do a primer kit. Do you guys wanna see how to do that? I don't really know if everybody knows how to put a primer kit on. If you wanna see it done, then let me know and I can do a video for you. All right, so back in this engine bay, everything's taken off, carbs are pulled. Again, like I said, I'll end up pulling that choke cable out and I'll put pull a choke cable out and I'll put a primer in. I think I'm gonna pull the RV cover and get it machined back to factory spec just so we're 100% balls to the wall as much as we can. So what did we do? We got bumpers pulled, right? Got bumpers pulled. Probably pulled decals. I want to do a wrap on it just to spice it up a little bit. Next year we'll focus on painting the bottom and stuff. Turf is pulled. I'm working my way, getting all that clean. Yeah, so like I said, I will create a kit for this for all you HX people that want a HydroTurf kit. If you've seen our stuff before, if you haven't, be sure to check it out. I will put the link for the HydroTurf kit in the description. Yeah, I like this. I feel like it should be a pretty damn good build. And it seems like it's gonna be pretty damn fun. And I'd love to see the kid race it. So, again, we're building it for him. We will see where he takes it. Yeah. All right, bumpers are pulled, turf's pulled, the jet pump's pulled, the head's pulled, and the carburetors are pulled. So everything that we need off this thing is off of it. I'm sure we'll rip off graphics and everything else, but that's not a bad start to the first episode. I'm excited to bring this content to you guys. It doesn't seem like there's a lot of HX content out there, but there's a lot of HX lovers out there. So if there's something that you want to see done on an HX or a video on how to on an HX, let us know. We'll try to make content for you guys. We do already have carb rebuild videos. Check out our other videos in our queue for how to rebuild your carburetors. So our next project for HX and CD related will be how to disassemble and then how to reassemble your 717 engine. So we'll take you through the full breakdown and rebuild of that, just like we did for the 787 and the 951. Andrew, our board guy, was nice enough to loan us, you can't see in the video, but there's like a Unibomber cooler shipment package. He loaned us a 717 so we could do a video for the community. So awesome, thank you, Andrew. If you guys like this type of content, like this first person, me just messing around the garage, I do this almost every single night. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know. If you think it sucked, let me know. Doesn't matter to me. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I appreciate all the support, and we'll catch you on the next one.